Yeah, but she like paces back and forth when she wants to come in the bedroom.
Is this happening? Are we on?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's going,
fuck.
it's
Oh,
rolling.
god damn it.
That's why it's called live.
Oh,
On the
no.
left.
Oh, my God.
It goes out live.
Wait, what's Odie Debates?
That's the GOP debates, or as I like to call them, the Odie debates, because there's not a single main character to be seen. That's right.
Oh, we accidentally did a segue.
That's right. Immediately, no intro, no nothing, immediately into the political segment, talking about the GOP debates, or as I like to say, the Odie debates.
That's right, folks. There are no other political comedy podcasts in this vein.
No.
We're fucking creating it.
That's right. And not a single Garfield on that stage. I didn't see the whole thing. I saw highlights, but I did not see a single Garfield. I didn't even see so much of a John on that debate stage. All I saw were Odies and Normals.
Oh yeah. Oh, there were a couple Normals big time, but there's only one Garfield, folks, and we all know where he is.
He's in Atlanta getting booked. He did everything right and they indicted him.
He did everything right and they indicted me.
That's right.
You know, I too very often make perfect phone calls and it really backfires on me, so I understand.
I do like just what everybody else does, and all of a sudden I get in trouble for it. So I understand. But yeah, how do you feel about that, by the way? We got a mugshot from Trump.
Well, I mean, okay, I said this yesterday, but it's really funny that if I were to look back on my 2016 or 2017 self and say, hey, Trump actually fully got arrested and they released his mugshot, and you had zero reaction. Mm-hmm. You were like, ha, Grinch looking motherfucker for 10 seconds. And then you didn't think about it again.
Yeah. That's exactly, I think I said something similar back. I wish I could go back in time and tell younger me, like, yeah, this is going to happen. Donald Trump's the guy from like Home Alone 2. Yeah, he's going to be president, and he's going to like revitalize like Nazi sentiments in the United States. He's going to go to jail, get arrested, get a mugshot taken, and you're just going to, go back in the yard and bang sticks together on your lunch break at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good face that he's making, though. I was expecting him to do like a big shit-eating grin.
So. No, he was serving. He was serving and slaying.
It's kind of cunt, yeah.
Yeah, it was giving cunt, I would say. That's what they say, isn't it?
I don't think they say that I don't think they put giving and cunt people. Together.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, those people. I can't say with complete certainty what those people are up to. We're looking into it very strongly.
Yeah, we've got a team around the clock looking into what those people are doing. But yeah, I think some variation of those words, serving and cunt, makes it in there. But I would agree. I think he was slaying. I think he was serving.
Yeah.
Did you see that edit where somebody put like a very arched like eyebrow over
Yes, yeah. Did you see the one with the Lin-Manuel Miranda lip bite edited onto his mouth?
No. No, but that's really funny.
It's good. Describing memes that you've seen as the best audio content.
Yeah, listen to this. I saw a TikTok of somebody putting his mugshot on a handbag that said Bad Bitches Club next to mugshots of Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, Amanda Bynes,
Yeah.
He's in the Bad Bitches Club.
Yeah. That sounds like it would be very funny if I had seen it with my eyes.
And not heard about it. Not heard it described on a Garfield themed podcast.
Oh, anyway, I'm the advertising and media expert, right? That was my name?
I think so.
I'm back.
She's back.
I'm back.
They're back. We're all back.
We're so back. We are so back. Twitter is different again now. Trump is back.
That's right. He's posting again. He went to jail. I heard he was in and out of the jail in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I believe that. It's all fake.
Yeah. You think so? It's all for show?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they were actually going to keep his ass in there.
I agree. Can you imagine, though, if like a former president like actually went to jail? I don't think that's ever happened. Has it? I think Nixon got close, but he was pardoned.
No, I don't believe that's happened.
I don't think it's ever happened, folks.
Unless one of the early Revolutionary War guys got trapped in a British cave or something. I don't know.
They put him in a cage and poked him with sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what British people do.
British people do that to me all the time. But yeah, like I thought it was crazy. Like he was in and out. He went to Georgia. He got booked. He was in Fulton County for like all of 20 minutes. Took the very slay mugshot and then left. That was it. Now he's out and he's posting, folks.
Still just that one post, though, on Twitter at least. I'm sure he's posting away on whatever that site that he's on is.
Was it Truth Social?
It's something like that. I don't care.
I think he called it like Trump Central or Trump Social or something.
The Trump Zone.
The Trump Zone? Is that what it is?
No, but nobody's there.
Okay.
Nobody's there. Nobody cares. He needs to come back to his true home base.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought he was going to. I was expecting to see like 10 more posts by him today, but it looks like he's just doing that one and done for now.
Well, he can't come back. It's not even Twitter. It's X.
Yeah.
He's coming back. He's like, what is this? Where's the beautiful bird?
Do he and Elon like each other or not? I can't keep up with whether they're beefing or whether they're friends.
I was trying to think of a Trumpian nickname for Elon. I was trying.
It would be something vaguely racist about it.
African Elon.
Yeah.
Little African Elon.
Sub-Saharan Elon.
Sub-Saharan Elon.
I like the idea of him trying to be racist against a white guy because he's from Africa. And I'm sure some of his fans would go for it.
I mean, I think you can be like, I think you technically can be racist against like Boer people, which is like very funny. And I, somewhat endorse it. Weird Dutch people in South Africa, you can be racist towards those guys.
Okay, yeah. Dutch people aren't really real.
No, they're fake as hell.
Fake language, definitely.
Fake language, fake ass culture. You think I'm going to believe in electric bikes? It's never been done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what kind of outline we have for this show, but just to start off, I need to make a correction.
Mm-hmm.
Last show that I was on, I misrepresented the origin of the Monday Left Me Broken cat. I stated that it was a Chinese meme. We use this to make the point that the Chinese are making better memes than us. It turns out I've done a little bit more research. It seems that it is not a Chinese meme. At least that's not where it started. It's very popular on Chinese Twitter and TikTok, but from what I can tell, was not started by Chinese folks. So I am sorry for that. I will do better. I will learn. I will hold myself accountable. Okay,
you should be ashamed of yourself. I wish I had the soundboard because I wanted to play like a police siren really bad when you said you had an announcement, a correction to make.
Yeah, or like that one, the TikTok boom sound, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have a soundboard soon. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and we're gonna get a better audio setup. We're gonna get 2 microphones.
Whoa.
One for me and one for the guest, and one for the co-host. Yeah. Instead of sharing the one and then not having a soundboard and being in like a very echoey room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure this audio sounds incredible, though.
It does. It sounds pristine. The Garphonomics listeners prefer audio quality that sounds like this.
It feels more authentic, damn it.
It is more authentic. We're just a couple of guys in a room with a mic.
Yeah.
Not even 2 mics, 1 mic.
One single mic.
Mm-hmm. We're both shouting into it.
I'm sorry that some of you fucking people can afford 2 mics, but
oh, la-di-da.
Must be nice.
Wow. Go to any of your favorite podcasts and see if their dad's podcast is the blue link on Wikipedia. You get afford microphones and XLR cables. But no, we'll do that. I'll get microphones and I'll get an audio interface and it'll be good. It'll sound great.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great, folks. Speaking about great, making things great. Some might even say making things great again. I think I pulled this article up here from Yahoo Entertainment about Sarah Palin, like basically threatening like a civil war if Donald Trump goes to jail, which I thought was really, really funny. I'm quoting her. She says, "I think of those who are conducting this travesty and creating this 2-tiered system of justice, and I want to ask them, what the heck? Do you want us to be in civil war? Because that's what's going to happen." And I thought that was very funny. Do you like my Palin impression?
I'm constantly asking, what the heck? Do you want us to be in Civil War?
What the? Yeah. Do you want us to be in Civil War?
A bunch of freaking rhinos running the thing. I'm trying to do her accent, but I'm just doing a Midwestern. I'm just doing like the characters in Fargo.
Yeah.
Which is not quite her deal, but I feel like it's close
almost enough. Like, I mean, I feel like it's the same thing with Trump impressions is like everybody who does a Trump impression is not doing a Trump impression. They're doing like an impression of a Trump impression, which is
that's true.
It's true. Like you can play it fast and loose.
Yeah.
I think Sarah Palin as just like a stereotypical like Midwest woman works.
Yeah.
What else she say? She said, "We're not going to keep putting up with this. And Eric, I like that you suggested that we need to get angry. We do need to rise up and take our country back." She said that.
Middle-aged conservative women love talking about rising up and doing the revolution.
They really do. I think any political, listen up, Garfinomics heads, if you want the revolution to happen, you need to get like white, middle-aged Karens like on your side because they're the ones who are doing the revolution.
Absolutely.
They're rising up.
Absolutely.
Nobody else is rising up, okay? College-aged kids are not rising up to enforce communism. It's not going to happen. You need middle-aged white Karens, basically, to be the vanguard of the revolution.
Yeah, you harness that energy, you can do anything.
Yeah, you can do anything. You can do anything you want with that energy. But I thought that was very funny. It made me laugh a lot when I read that. She's threatening. Further on in the article, she said, "They better get their stuff together." Get it together, folks.
Yeah.
America, get it together.
America, get it together.
Just get fucking real, dude. Get it together.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Oh, speaking of gender relations, you've closed the gender gap on Garfield listener, Garfinomics listeners.
I did. So all of our previous episodes, the demographic for Garfinomics was overwhelmingly the majority of listeners were female, were identified as female. Not anymore, folks. We got those dumb broads to stop listening to the podcast, and we got some men. We got some boys listening. I checked the other day. I showed you a screenshot. It is now a dead split, half and half.
Yes.
Male and female.
We are a pro-equality podcast.
That's right. We are going the way of the Tao. We are balanced in all things. We are the yin and the yang in the podcast, evenly metered out. Anyways, did you see that thing? There was a report that Mar-a-Lago was like sold like 4 days before Trump like went to go get booked.
I did see that. It's one of those things that I scrolled past, not quite knowing if it was real or not, but I did not feel the need to investigate at that time. So if it is real, that is very delightful.
Well, Zillow, so the whole thing comes from like Zillow having a listing that, you know, very strongly indicated that that was what was happening. And almost immediately, like Eric Trump came out and he was like, "It's fake. It's not real. Mar-a-Lago will never be sold," all this stuff. And Zillow has since come out and said like, "Oh no, that's inaccurate reporting from our app. Like, don't listen to that. It's fake." But what I want but that makes me even like, because at first I was like, yeah, this could definitely be like just some fake, like lib, you know, sort of smear piece on like Trump selling off his assets or whatever, which I don't put beyond him. But the fact that like Zillow was like immediately like, no, that listing was fake. It's like, well, why was it on there? Now I think it did happen. Now I think you guys are lying to me.
Yeah, he even sent out his second or third favorite child to dispel the rumors.
Yeah, he sent one of his spawn, one of the
lesser boys,
one of the unnamed ones. He doesn't remember. How many children does he have?
He has 5. He's got Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, Tiffany, and Barron.
Which one's his favorite, do you think? Barron?
I think Ivanka is his favorite, right? He likes Barron, too. I don't think he thinks much about the other ones.
No, I don't think so.
And Tiffany is kind of out of it. She's probably the smartest one in that she's just not really interacting with any of it.
I think Tiffany's like dead to him. Like I don't think he thinks about her at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would say Ivanka or Barron is probably his favorites. But they should make like a Kim Kardashian keeping up with the Kardashians, but it should be like Keeping Up with the Trumps. I want to see what's going on in there.
I don't know. I feel like the only interesting thing would be like seeing how tall Barron is going to get.
He's going to be huge.
He's scary.
I mean, Donald Trump, he's like 6'3" or something, 6'5".
According to him. 215 pounds.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know a lot about male weight, but I really don't think that's the case.
Okay, bro, look at me. I'm 190 pounds.
And how tall?
I'm 5'11".
Yeah, no, that motherfucker is not
there's
215.
no way. There's no way this dude is like 25 pounds heavier than me.
Oh my God.
There's no fucking way. That's cool, though, that the police just like let you lie.
Yeah.
Because they let me lie. I did the classic guy thing. On my driver's license, it says I'm 6 foot because I was 5'11". And I was like, I don't want to be 5'11". I want to be 6 foot. Just round it up. So I just lied to them and said I was 6 foot. And they just put that dead ass on my driver's license.
Yeah,
no questions asked.
You can just say anything.
You can say I weigh this much. I'm this tall. I have these color eyes. No, all of that being obviously fake, and the people at the DMV and the county jail will just write it down without verifying any of it.
You know, honestly, it's kind of the case for all government things. Like I used to be a passport clerk, and whenever people were filling out their applications, you know, I'm checked out. I don't really give a fuck. They're like, "Do you think my child's eyes are green or blue?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. Just put anything, dude."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're red. Yeah, whatever.
That's fine. Put whatever.
Yeah. That's very funny that you chose like a Midwest Sarah Palin accent for like a rural like Texan mom.
Well, okay, I can't actually recreate their accents because it'll make me too mad to even think about it.
It will engender a fury in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah,
I understand that.
But back to the Trump height and weight thing. I also am a big fan of how it's the one thing that liberals will put away the anti-fat shaming thing for. Is when they get to call Trump fat.
That's true. And when they they are against body shaming unless it comes to him. Yeah. Even with like, I've seen memes of like his fingerprints being really tiny and stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, you guys are still doing the tiny hands thing.
Trump does not see your insults, but your friend who's also built like a pregnant dog does.
Yeah, and it hurts them. It hurts their feelings.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
Hurts my feelings. I'm looking down at my own hands. I'm like, well.
Oh, buddy.
I have kind of the opposite problem. I have like weirdly big hands for my body. They kind of look like big, like skeleton hands.
Oh yeah, like goblin proportions.
Yeah, I got like goblin proportions.
Yeah. Fitting.
It's like it's like a Slender Man build, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slenderoid.
Slenderoid.
Slendoid, yeah.
I'm slend maxing.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing here. I've always kind of described myself as having a goblin body because I'm like relatively skinny in all ways, except where I've got like a little bit of like a beer belly and my hands and feet are like ridiculously big.
That's
like
peak performance.
Yeah. That's what you want. You want a man who looks like he crawled out from like a crevice, a crack in your ceiling, and he's like skittering around.
That's unspeakably powerful.
That's what you want in a guy, ladies.
Absolutely.
But yeah, okay, let's go back to the GOP debates, the Odie debates.
Yes.
The Odie debates. Every single one of them a Nermal. Every single one of them an Odie. Did not see a main character in sight. The only person who I could say was like even close to being a main character would maybe be Vivek or Chris Christie, in my opinion. But only because Vivek, because he was shiny and new, and then Chris Christie, because Chris Christie was like the only guy up there saying like, yeah, we shouldn't like normalize Trump's behavior. And the audience was like, boo.
Yeah, Christie was the only one that I heard get audible boos at the beginning introductions.
He was getting hissed at because he was the only person like willing to say that Donald Trump's conduct was not amazing. And the crowd was just like, hiss, boo. You can't, like, how do you expect to win? Like, Trump is like the idol.
Oh no, none of them have it. It's Trump. It's Trump. I don't even know why they had this thing.
It was for, I don't know, it was for show. Like you said, Donald Trump, like getting arrested, he's in and out of jail for 20 minutes. It's theater. Like
yeah.
I don't know. But also at the same time, I never thought he would actually get arrested.
That's true. Yes. Like I was saying, I really do have to give the Libs that one because I was 100%. The Libs won there because I was 100% certain they are never actually getting his ass.
No.
And they did. So congratulations.
Well, but did they get his ass though? Because again, he was in and out of there in 20 minutes.
He was, but I mean, I didn't even think he was going to be indicted for anything or actually have a mugshot, etc. They did more than I was thinking they would.
Yeah, he did everything right and they indicted him. I think it's ridiculous. But yeah, no, I agree. Like, I cannot believe the Libs got me on that one because I like you, I thought nothing was going to happen.
I'm going to start listening and learning.
Yeah. I'm going to sit my white ass down and I'm going to listen.
I'm going to follow Jeff Tiedrick on Twitter.
You should.
Do you know that guy?
Barely. I've heard rumors.
His whole thing is Trump going to jail, and he's having a better time than I've ever had in my life over the last few months.
It's like heaven for him right now.
Yeah.
This is his heaven. Because it happened.
Nothing I've ever experienced comes close to what that man is feeling. I'm genuinely happy for him.
Mm-hmm. Just pure joy, euphoria is what he's experiencing.
Yeah.
But it's wild though. I went on Twitter, or what the app formerly known as Twitter.
It's still Twitter.
It's Twitter. And I just looked up Trump because I wanted to see some news, see if anything new had happened. Because, you know, Twitter is how you find the like latest and breaking news, apparently. And or at least in my experience. And everything that came up, like half of the results in like the trending and top is like weird organizations calling themselves like Blacks for Trump and stuff. And it's like just some black guy like saying like, boo, this is a travesty of justice. They're arresting him. Or like a tweet saying like the hood supports Trump. And it's like God. Trump's like, you know, entourage cruising through like just a black neighborhood and they're all like jeering and cheering.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, and I was like, these guys have got to stop saying the words the hood.
You can't be talking like that, white baby.
You cannot be talking like that. I don't want to hear you say blacks or the hood.
No.
I do not want to hear you say those words.
God, blacks. That just makes me think of that Blacks Rule thing.
That was amazing. That was amazing. That old guy who called the police because somebody wrote Black's Rule on his driveway. Very clearly not him. Yeah. He's
standing there with that sour scowl on his face. Yeah. Who would dare do such a thing?
I know who would do such a thing. Young black youths.
Yeah.
They would come up and they would write Black's Rule on my driveway.
But yeah, the debate was largely uninteresting. I watched everything except the Trump portion where they were asking, you know, do you think Trump should be burned at the stake or whatever it was?
Yeah, he should be stoned by 12 priests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Vivek, though, I had no idea how much that guy sucked. And I, along with most of America, found that out. It was really funny to watch his trajectory because at the very beginning, when he did his first thing, you can tell he was trying to be, you know, he's trying to differentiate himself. He's trying to have the energy. He's doing the non-scripted responses. And he got big applause for his first, like, 2 answers. And then it became clear that he was simply saying things. I was actually shocked when he said that climate change is a scam and got boos, because I kind of thought that that's where the Republican Party sort of was on that.
Oh my God.
But I guess not.
I was so confused. I thought he said climate change was real, but I think that my brain might have just made that up because I couldn't comprehend that they would boo at that.
No, I think he said the climate change agenda is a hoax or something similar. And I was genuinely shocked that he got boos.
He got boos.
Yeah, he got big boos for that.
Oh, man. Well, I just want to say, Vivek, you can't be president. If you have the same name as a god from the tribunal in Morrowind, you are not qualified to be president because you are not going to do anything but try to prop up a fake tribunal of gods and goddesses, not real gods. They should not have the power to preside over Morrowind and drive back the mongrel dogs of the Empire. They have no authority to do that. And I think if I see Vivek in person, I'm going to get the tools of Kagrenak and I'm going to kick his ass out of Morrowind.
Amen. Amen.
That's what I'm saying.
Tell him about it.
That's right. But yeah, I don't know. He did have that new shiny energy. That's the only reason why he like stood out to me at all. He led with that famous phrase. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who's this skinny little guy with a funny name talking to you?
Which was straight up Obama, right? Didn't he do something like that?
That's what Chris Christie said.
Yeah.
He said, you just said an Obama thing.
And I don't understand why everybody was loving the guy who sounds like Chat GPT line from Christie. I don't even really know what he meant by that.
I think he was right, though. Like, I think he was right only in the sense that the crowd thought he was right.
Yeah.
And and it just kind of made sense. It's like, yeah, this fucking tech dork is talking to me and he's just saying stuff.
He was really giving sketchy used car salesman a little bit. And
that's his vibe. That's his brand.
Yeah. His views are really funny, though. I think he said something like, I don't think we should give any more aid to Israel, but I do really like everything they're doing over there. His views are like a fascist, but a fascist that was a Redditor before they became a fascist.
It's like a fascist that knows that like they probably shouldn't say certain things out loud.
I guess.
Yeah. Which I think they've been a little bit more blazing about. I think I don't know, whoever was staffing like Ron DeSantis's let me try that again. Ron DeSantis's like media campaign. I think they were like being a little too out loud with it, you know, like just really leaning into the fascism thing. I think they had the fucking like zoning crowd and shit and they're like laser eyes and being like transphobic. Yes, Chad DeSantis. And it's just like you just can't do that. I still don't think we're in a place where you can be that openly fascist and get overwhelming support from like memas and I don't know, pop-ups.
Yeah, there's still a contingent of even older people who are going to be like, well, that's not very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm going to see you know, my mema, my peepaw, and they're going to look at Trump saying the crooked Democrats and Hillary, and they're going to be like, amen. That's true. But then they're going to see this freak coming out with like fucking Nazi salutes and saying like, we should throw all trans people in a burning ditch. And my peepaw is going to be like, well, that's kind of crude. Yeah, that's kind of mean. I don't like that.
My neighbor has a daughter like that, and I think she's fine.
I think my nephew's a queer, and he's fine. I don't want him going in the ditch. Yeah.
More people are like that than a lot of the left wants to acknowledge. I think most people don't have super coherent views, but the views that they do have do tend to skew toward not extermination of an entire I don't know. This is just my instinct is that, yeah, like you said, it's going to be a little while longer before you can be that openly fascistic and get a good amount of support.
Yeah, I still think that you need to put it back in the oven and give it a few more years before you can come out with the Nazi flags. Because we're still not there yet.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting progressively worse and worse and worse over time, but it's still not there. You still can't do it.
Yeah. DeSanctimonious had zero energy, by the way. Very unremarkable. Could not smile. Could not laugh. Not good.
What was the fucking... It looked like he was mewing when he was trying to smile.
Oh my God. There was such a delay on it.
It literally... I don't know if this was from the debates or if this was... I saw a clip of him trying to smile, looking like... people were making an astute comparison between him and Homelander from the Boys series. And but it looked like he was on crack or something. Like his bottom jaw was just like mewing back and forth.
Something's going on
while he's trying to smile. I don't know if they've got him like pumped up with amphetamines or what. So I don't know what's going on with Ron, but he's being intensely bizarre and weirdly enough did not stick out in this debate at all.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to try to be more of a firebrand, but no.
And then of course, oh no, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say he took a background seat on that one. And I remember I asked my wife, I was like, you know, this DeSantis guy, really seems deranged. And she was like, who? And I was like, that's it. It's over. If my wife doesn't even know who you are, you're not winning the presidency.
You're cooked.
Yeah, you're not winning the nomination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but then you had like the 3 or 4 guys who were just there for unknown reasons. I always think they're funny because the moderators inevitably have to say, guys, we need to give Doug Berger.
We need to give Doug Stanhope a chance.
We need to give Doug Stanhope 30 seconds. He hasn't been able to talk about China We need to give him some time. And then everybody just kind of quietly stands there while he's talking and just waits for it to be over.
Who is the neighbor from Garfield that just like disappeared?
Lyman?
Lyman, yeah. We need to give Lyman a chance to talk.
I think we need to go over all of the participants in the GOP debate and say whether we think they are Nermals or Odies.
Okay, we're gonna go through.
But we need to outline our parameters first. What makes an Odie and what makes a Nermal? Okay,
this is a good question. So I think what makes a Odie is sort of blind obedience, sort of an earnestness,
an
oafishness that's sort of misplaced. And then what makes a Nermal is essentially that, but people like you more and you stick out a little bit more.
I feel like Nermal maybe a little bit more mild malicious intent.
Yes, I think Nermal is a little bit more knowing. He knows that he's sort of... Is Nermal a girl or a boy? I think it's a boy, right?
You run a Garfield podcast.
Listen, I don't...
Hold on, I'm Googling Nermal's gender.
Nermal, really the only thing I see Nermal in is the one clip from the animated series where John opens the trash bin and Nermal's dead inside and he just closes.
Okay, you're going to have to Google Nermal gender. I'm seeing that I do not have any internet connection at the moment.
Okay. I'll give you the Wi-Fi password.
I'm not connecting to your Wi-Fi while we're recording a podcast. That's not good audio.
The password is...
Nermal gender. The password is Nermal gender. Nermal's a boy.
Okay.
He just has thick eyelashes.
Nermal is a male, but yes, the password in my Wi-Fi is a riddle. It's the gender of Nermal.
Yeah, despite being an adult cat, he is smaller than most and prefers to call himself the world's cutest kitten.
Oh, here's where the confusion comes in. He has thick eyelashes.
Yeah.
Which is what leads a lot of people to think that he's a girl, but he's not.
Second question on Did People Also Ask, is Nermal non-binary?
Did Nermal used to be a girl? People also ask.
Why does Nermal stay with Garfield?
Why does Nermal? Hold on.
What's the answer?
Nermal's owner is out of town for 10 days, so he has to live in Garfield's house.
Okay.
That's from an episode or something. That's from King Nermal.
King Nermal.
Which is a show?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Garfields versus Odies in the Republican debate.
Odies, Garfields, and Nermals.
Odies, Garfields, and Nermals. I would argue that there are no Garfields. Trump is the Garfield in that he is the main character. He was not present. This is a bullshit strip that does not include Garfield in it.
No, but Garfield does not make an appearance in this strip.
No.
Let's run through it. Chris Christie.
Oh my God. Chris Christie, I want to say Odie just because like oaf, but
no, he's Nermal.
Yeah.
Cause he was the only one who was like, I don't want to say brave because I don't think it takes a brave person to do this, but he was the only one like willing to say anything negative about Trump.
That's fair. Yeah.
Everybody else absolutely very smartly refused to do that.
Yeah. I mean, Pence said something that was like, he's my friend and I like him, but I chose the Constitution, and got like very little golf claps for that. I'm
going to give him a Odie for that, saying he's my best friend. That's a very Odie John relationship, if you ask me.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think Garfield would say John is his best friend.
Well, maybe in like the older strips where he was more sentimental and nicer, you know.
Maybe.
Where he admitted that he loved John.
Okay, yeah. But that was through deep duress did he admit that.
That was the first term.
Yes. Only through substantial trials and tribulations would Garfield ever admit his love for John.
Yeah. Okay, so Chris Christie, Nermal.
Mm-hmm. Nermal. Pence, Odie.
Yeah.
ODS.
Yeah.
Vivek.
Oh God, Vivek I feel like is Nermal just because I don't know. I feel like he would say, "I'm the world's cutest kitten."
He would, and he was doing that on the stage live. He said, "I am the world's cutest kitten. Look at me. I bet you're wondering how a cat as cute and beautiful as me is on this stage right now." Well, I'll tell you something.
Thick eyelashes.
Yes, and an ambiguous gender identity. Well, I'll tell you.
No, he was basically doing the like, I'm just a little guy, it's my birthday routine. Whenever somebody would attack him, he would just stand there and do that weird grin and nervous chuckle.
He was
and like
smiled.
hold his finger up for some reason.
I think the holding the finger up is like, what, please, hold
sir,
up.
please stop. This was not in my script.
I'm
please.
just a little boy.
I'm just a little guy. It's my birthday. You wouldn't hit a little guy on his birthday.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses. He pulls out a pair of glasses and puts them on. Yeah, I feel like he's normal. He's trying to be the world's cutest kitten.
Yeah.
I don't think it's working.
No. Throw him in a sack. Put him in the river.
Put him in the trash can. Close it. I don't know I don't even know who else. It was Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley was there.
Background ass character.
Mostly background ass character. She did get a good round of applause when she was beating Vivek's ass over something I don't remember. Foreign policy, I think.
That's true. They did. I think at a certain point in the debates, they decided to make Vivek like the whipping boy.
Yeah.
And they all just started taking shots at him.
Yeah, butt monkey.
Yeah. Yeah. Just they're like, okay, this is the guy that we're all going to pick on.
Yeah. Well, that makes him even more normal, right? Because Normal's whole thing is, everybody's beating up on him for being cute and innocent.
Both Odie and Garfield hate Normal.
Odie hates Normal?
I think to some degree. I think he puts up with him.
Is Odie capable of hate?
Yes. I've seen panels where Odie is growling.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I didn't know this.
I've seen panels. He is 99% of the time very loving, oafish. But I have seen panels, and this may be disturbing to some of the listeners, panels where he is snarling.
Wow. Well, good sir, my childhood is ruined. Take your gold.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
I'm cutting out any
cut
Reddit stuff. No,
you're gonna have to cut all of my shit if you cut all the Reddit stuff.
That's true.
I am a Reddit atheist.
I'm Reddit pilled. I was just thinking the other day about how like when like Gen Z makes fun of millennials, like they use terms like danger noodle or like doggo and pupper and things like that. Adulting. And I was just thinking about people who still make like the Donald Trump like Cheeto or like tiny fingers thing. It's like it's the same thing. Yeah. This millennial.
There's a freaking orange
in the
White House.
They still do that.
Yeah.
They still do that. It's like it's not 2016 anymore.
Come on.
It's been almost 8 years. You gotta get new material.
He's 10% less orange now too.
He has been working on it.
He's been very gradually. It's like a frog boiling thing. He's been very gradually getting less orange, so nobody notices. But I'm noticing. You can't walk that back. I see you getting less orange, sir.
Yeah, you're taking notes on his orangeness.
Yeah.
He's going to play it off. He's going to walk it off like he was never orange to begin with.
See, we're not doing the Reddit he's orange stuff. We're being much more self-aware about it. So it doesn't count.
We're doing it ironically.
It doesn't count and it's funny.
It's got nuance, folks.
There's levels to it. It's what they say.
Everybody's saying.
I really need to minimize the amount of Trump voice that I do on this show. It's going to be a problem.
No, it's good.
No.
People like the Trump voice. I will never stop doing the Trump voice. That's one millennial humor thing I won't stop doing.
It's perfect.
I think even Gen Z people still do the Trump voice.
Oh, yeah. Well, Trump is funny to all demographics, I think.
He's the funniest guy. And this is why he's going to win the nomination hands down. He's the funniest candidate.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. You're not going to win unless you're funnier than Trump.
I just don't know what anybody can do. I don't think there's anything anybody can do.
You can't do anything.
Yeah.
There are people who literally think that Trump is like the Messiah. Like you're not winning. I'm sorry. What are you Googling?
I'm trying to look up
on your phone again while
I'm trying to look up the other GOP debate people to rank them odies or normals.
We can't even remember who they are.
Because, okay, so there was Mike Pence. We already went over his.
We can't even remember who the rest of the people are.
Nikki Haley. There were three guys who nobody cared about. Tim Scott.
Doug
Burgum. And there was a third guy whose name I don't remember. Those were the nobodies.
Is it Burgum or Burzum?
It's not Burzum.
It's Burzum.
It's not Burzum.
Did he have like a Varg-like quality to him?
He did not.
Okay.
I think the Chapo guys said he looks like a wolf man, which I would agree with a little bit. He's got like big sideburns and big eyebrows.
I did not see him to confirm, but
yeah,
wait, Google him right now.
His name is Doug Burgum. Let me see if I have. I don't know if I have. Oh my God, I forgot. Oh, okay. Look up Doug Burgum, but.
He's a governor of North Dakota.
Oh! Yeah, see? You see?
Oh, yeah, he does look like a wolf man. Damn.
But God, I was looking up GOP debate. It reminded me they played that goddamn Richmond, north of Richmond song. Thank God the guy whose stream I was watching on YouTube had the presence of mind to just say no and mute that song while it was playing. I'm eternally grateful to him for that.
Hats off to you.
Dog shit.
I tip my fedora to you, sir. Douglas James Burgum is an American businessman, investor, philanthropist. That's no good. You never want a philanthropist. And politician serving since 2016, governor of North Dakota. Mm-hmm. He looks like, if you put like some black and white heavy saturation on him, he could be a Birds Him Out album cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could.
He's bleak looking. He
looks like he crawled out of like a river, like a fossagrin.
He looks like he's capable of great evil.
He's a Draugr. Look at him. He's a folkloric Scandinavian swamp monster.
I think out of all of the nobody guys, he got the most like courtesy applause. He got a couple little claps.
Okay.
I think he was the guy that was super focused on China, or that might have been the other nobody guy whose name I don't remember, but somebody was really into China.
Yeah. Well, I thought very interestingly, Mr. Vivek, fake god of Morrowind, he was like so focused on redirecting the energy from anti-China to being like anti-Mexico.
Yeah.
Which was weird. It was like a weird pivot. Which I mean, like, sure, like, yeah, have as many enemies as you want, but like, why are you so fixated on like redirecting the anti-Chinese sentiment to being anti-Mexican sentiment?
Yeah, I don't know what he's going hard on that.
He wants to invade Mexico, like legit. It's insane to me. Some of them do, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I heard the president of Mexico saying some very very cool things one time, long time ago, months ago, where he was like, you know, if you're Hispanic or you're Latino, like you should not be supporting these crazy American politicians. You should not vote for them if they're saying they're going to invade Mexico or whatever. And I was like, yeah, true. Stand your ground, king. Guy who also thinks Mexican elves are real and tweeted about
Excuse
it.
Me?
The president of Mexico? He thinks that Mexican elves are real.
Bring up that tweet, please.
All right, let's see.
I'm not familiar with this.
Okay, president of Mexico.
Anyway, everybody else we haven't mentioned is an Odie. I'm sick of this.
Yeah, they're all Odie.
They don't care. They don't matter. I don't care.
President Andrés Manuel López Obrador.
Okay.
That's too much rolling. Elf tweet.
Elf tweet.
All right. Mexico President Andrés Manuel López Obrador is going viral on Twitter after posting a photo of what he says is an Alux, a mythical Mayan elf-like creature, Mexican elf.
Okay.
Right.
Well, let me see the picture. Maybe there's something to this.
Look,
oh,
that's real.
Well, that's something.
That's real.
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, there is a demographic of people who go on YouTube and watch Goblin caught on camera, live, real.
Yeah.
And that demographic is Mexican moms. And they are looking at this tweet from the Mexican president of this very real Mexican elf. This is photographic proof. For those at home, it's like a little figure in the trees with two little shining eyes. And obvious proof of Mexican elves and Mexican moms do believe this 100%.
Well, I mean, that's obviously something. I'm going to need to hear some sort of explanation before I stop believing that it might be an elf.
I think the elf deniers are going to say this is a picture of a monkey just like caught at a weird time of night. No, it's an elf.
No.
It's an Alux, obviously.
I would actually argue with your assessment that it is only Mexican moms who are the demographic that is really
Well, I say that from personal experience because one of our friends, her mom is from Mexico, and she watches Scary Witch Caught live real on YouTube, and she goes, oh my God. And she sends the video to her daughter and says, this is insane. They found a witch in South Texas.
Looking into it.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, like, on TikTok, you know, there was all that stuff about how giants exist.
I saw that. Yeah.
The recent reports that many, like 1 in 4 people, I don't know how real this is. I just saw it on Twitter, and I just say shit that I've seen.
Yeah. We're a pastiche.
Yes.
It's everything you've heard from other programs and consumed in other ways, but we're packaging it back to you folks.
Yeah, but it was reports that, 1 in 4 people in America believe in ghosts or haunted houses and stuff. You believe in ghosts? What are your thoughts on ghosts?
I have a ghost story.
Oh, yeah?
So I don't believe in ghosts, but I did have a very real ghost-like experience, which is bizarre, because you would think that somebody who had a very real ghost-like experience would believe in ghosts, but I don't.
Okay.
But what I think, I chalk it up to me just being like sleep deprived and crazy or something.
That I think is what most of it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I try to tamp down the Reddit atheist part of my brain over the last few years because it's off-putting. But like, whenever the homie reveals they believe in ghosts, I gotta raise an eyebrow.
Do you want to hear my ghost story?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. So check this out. I was like late high school, going into college maybe. And me and my wife, we had just started like dating. And I was over at her parents' house. And this time I was staying the night because it had gotten really late into the night and they didn't feel comfortable with me driving home in the dark. So they were like, you can just sleep on the couch. You can't sleep in her room. They're like, we're not letting that stuff go on.
Right.
But they had always talked about some like creepy paranormal stuff going on in that house. Like they had told stories about when her baby sister was born, they would hear voices in the baby monitor in her room, and they would run into the room and there'd be no one there. And that they would hear like footsteps in the front foyer, and that nobody there again. And it would sound like a guy like walking around with like a hard soled boot, it's kind of like clacking.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had always kind of like told stories of this nature, and I was, I shrugged them off because I was an epic Reddit atheist. And but that night that I stayed there, I want to say it was like around like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., something like that. I couldn't get to sleep. The house was like pitch black, and it was a shotgun house. So the foyer, like it goes directly through the back, through the living room, just like straight through. And I can't get to sleep. And around 1 or 2 a.m., I start hearing like clacking footsteps in the foyer. And I was like, what the fuck? And so now I'm like wide awake, not just like slightly sleepy and awake. And I'm like terrified, but I'm not saying anything because I don't want to like, cause a scene with my new girlfriend's parents. And so I'm just sort of like silently like freaking out on the couch. And eventually I'm like, okay, what if it's like one of her siblings like sleepwalking or something? And so I get up when the like footsteps are occurring. I get up really quickly and I run into the foyer and I turn the light on to see if it's like her siblings walking around. There's nobody there. Just completely empty, nothing. So I turn the lights off and I go back on the couch. And then I hear the footsteps walking around again in the foyer. And then I hear them start to run towards me from the foyer, like very quickly ramping up in pace, clack, 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 all the way up to me. And then I felt something hit me in the face, but nothing was there.
A ghost punched you and you don't believe in ghosts? I don't believe in ghosts, and I object to that.
I felt like a slap. And there was a laugh too when the slap came, which I failed to mention. But there was a impish laugh when it did not feel like a punch. It felt like a slap on my face. And I had the blanket over my face at the same time, thus proving the blanket does not protect you from ghosts. The ghost can slap you right through the blanket, as happened to me. But don't really remember what happened the rest of the night other than I was freaked the fuck out. I think at one point I did eventually fall asleep. But yeah, I still don't believe in ghosts. I think I was just delirious.
That is so cool to get punched in the face by a ghost and not believe in them. Fuck you, ghosts.
Yeah.
Not real.
Another common ghost L.
Yeah.
You guys fucking punch me in the face and I still don't believe in your ass.
Only tangentially related, but have you
What?
seen the dude on TikTok who is inviting all of the witches to like send him hexes and stuff to
Yes.
prove that they're real?
Yeah.
He's doing fine.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
He was sent some sort of like mixture of like hair and like lemon juice or something to put next to his nightstand table. He did that. I think now he's inviting like religious figures like rabbis and priests to protect him from the witches. He's kind of he's baiting them all into fighting to harm and or save him.
Now,
which is very funny.
I do think that he might get harmed by this only because people are going to send him increasingly weirder combinations of substances, and eventually one might actually poison him if he leaves it open or anything. But that doesn't count.
Well, I'm sort of like a classic witch in that the hex that I'm going to send you is a nail bomb in the post. So when you open it up, it's just you're gonna get nails in your skin. It's gonna explode. So I think that's a sort of a type of a curse, a hex that could harm him if one of those witches goes far enough.
Yeah, and then after that, you definitely would believe in magic.
Yeah, yeah. There's nothing more magical than receiving anthrax in the mail and perishing immediately. That's one of the biggest alchemical hexes I've ever seen. One of the most dangerous.
Goddamn right.
Mm-hmm. A witch's brew of ricin.
All right. What else we got?
What else do we have?
What else we got?
Talking about old ass topics, Mexican elves from February.
What's the word areola trending? Is it some
the
guy's
word
name?
areola is trending?
Areola.
Okay, let's take a look.
It says sports. It's probably some guy's name.
The guy's name is Areola. We better not see anything. Yeah, it's a guy.
Areola 23. Okay, anyway.
That's a guy.
Cut this out.
All right. Areola is trending, but not for the reason you think. All right. the reason may surprise you. Mm-hmm. I'm so glad nothing popped up when I clicked on it.
Yeah, just don't scroll any further.
I'm not scrolling anymore. Let's leave it at that. The only term areola could refer to is is this a soccer player, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Football player, as Europeans might say.
As the entire rest of the world might say.
Yeah, as backwards. You know what I learned that was really funny? You know that so we're like one of the only countries that uses like Fahrenheit instead of Celsius. Mm-hmm. I found it out. Another incredibly common Polish W, folks. Fahrenheit was invented by a Polish guy who was basically just coming up with various solutions of brine and like I don't know, just random mixtures of liquid to find out which one would like freeze at a certain temperature or give him the results to where, because he wanted 0 degrees to be like as cold as it got where he lived in Poland. Mm-hmm. And so he just backed into it by like coming up with various like solutions that would produce those results and confirm that where he lived, yes, it can only get as cold as 0 degrees. And he called this Fahrenheit, and we use it to this day.
Yeah, I will grant maybe that like feet and inches and miles, none of that makes a ton of sense. I would be willing to do away with that. But I do think Fahrenheit is the best possible system for referring to temperature in human terms. Like 100 is very hot, 0 is very cold. Done.
Easy, right? That's why I think he was such a genius. And it's another Polish W is like, 0 should be like as cold as you can imagine.
Yeah.
And 100 should be really hot.
100 is not as hot as you can imagine, though. I believe it is actually perhaps over that at the moment.
It's the heat index is like 115.
Oh, 107. Yeah, we're in hell, folks.
Yeah. It's 107, but the index is hotter than that. It's not the heat that gets you.
It's the humidity.
That's right. Hats off to him. Love the inventor of Fahrenheit. Because he was right. What the fuck is Celsius? It's like, oh no, it's 30 degrees, I'm boiling alive. Oh, it's 24 degrees, I'm freezing.
Total
like, what?
Bullshit.
It's bullshit. It's like 3 degrees difference. And it's like a world of
Can't
difference.
go outside. It's 27 today. What does that mean? Is it really hot or is it cold?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Talk normal.
I don't know what is cold and what is hot in Celsius. It's like 2 degrees is like the difference between heaven and hell.
Total garbage.
Trash. Throw it away.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, I don't have anything to say. I think we've said it all. I think it speaks for itself. We've decided who's the Nermal, who is the Odie, and who is the Garfield of the GOP nomination. And Trump is still the Garfield. Sorry.
Trump is the only Garfield that there will ever be.
Yo.
Nobody's coming close to him.
Not even close.
Stop having these. I don't like them, even though I watch them every time. I don't like them. I don't want any more of them.
I think the only person who got even vaguely close was Vivek. And the only reason why is because he was a non-politician businessman who was going off script.
I will say I do think Vivek is going to have a subset of weird guys on the internet who do not play around about him. Kind of like Andrew Yang.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have some dedicated guys. I think some of the weirdest guys are going to become Vivek dudes.
It was like Rand Paul guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But beyond that, no. Nobody has a chance.
No, I don't even think so. I heard also from the Chapo guys that he's like 5'6" or something.
5'9".
5'9"?
Yeah.
No, you can't be president if you're under 6 foot.
Yeah.
Like we like really tall, really old people. And unless you're a geriatric slender man, we're not voting for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you're slender maxing, so you can eventually run for president.
That's right. I'm trying to get an extra inch so I can get over the 6 foot gate and I can qualify for president.
You just wear like platform shoes.
I should wear heels, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me that extra inch. Or I could do it with my hair too. I could stylize my hair in a little bit more of a pompadour style and kind of get that extra inch. And then I qualify. If you're over 6 foot, you can be president.
Yeah,
if you're under 6 foot, you stand no chance.
Do you have to be the vice president if you're under 6 feet, or do vice presidents also have to be? I don't know. I don't keep track of their heights.
I have no idea. I only keep track of president heights.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not the president, I don't care how tall you are. Sorry. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't have anything.
What a beautiful focused episode with with a consistent thesis statement.
Consistent message.
Which was
I want this to be she's looking at me. I want this to be resonated in your hearts and minds today. If you had one thing to take away from this episode, it is stand up, America. Be Garfield. Don't be complacent like Odie. Don't be a mischievous, well, maybe be a mischievous little imp like Nermal. But do not be an Odie. Do not sit back. Do not blindly take whatever at face value. And don't timidly raise your hand when somebody asks, would you support somebody who is charged on a bunch of felonies? Because you feel like you have to.
Yeah. Don't be an Odie. And elves are real.
And elves are real, especially in Mexico.
Only in Mexico.
Shout out to the Mexican moms.
Shout out.
Okay. Adios.
Adios.